Hello, everyone. Thank you, Father, for allowing me to see another wonderful and amazing day. Okay, y'all. My name is Joyce McTeer. I am the owner and operator of LaJoy Creation Designs. Welcome back, my beloved kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen. So today, y'all, in this Crafty Vision segment, I'm going to show y'all how I wire wrap one of these pieces right here. Yes, I'm going to show you. And these have holes in them. But when I use these, let me say this. I never ever use these the way that they are to be used because I want a bigger hole. I just created this one. I'm going to show y'all how I did it. Now these are semi-precious beads, and they are the dyed Imperial Jasper blue nuggets. Now that means that when you go to the store to buy these, I got these, purchased these for Michael's, they will never ever be the same size. So I'm putting it out there to let you all know that if you are not familiar with these, they will never be the same size. When they come, I'm doing that to keep my video from turning dark. When you buy these, they're going to be, of course, just like this. All right. And they have holes in them. So today I'm going to show y'all another way that I use these. Now, just take some of them off so you can see. When it comes to craft and wire wrapping, I enjoy anything that's a challenge. And sometimes when I go off and I buy these pieces, it's a challenge for me because I don't like those holes. Okay, now I shouldn't say I don't like the holes, but the holes are there. And if I choose to use those holes, I can. I'm going to show y'all how I make my own, okay? So I have some 20 gauge tarnish resistant brass wire. Trying to figure out which piece I should do. Should I do the biggest one or this one? Okay, so I got some 20 gauge tarnish resistant brass wire. I am also going to need, or you will need, your wire cutters, your round nose pliers, and your flat nose pliers, okay? You're going to need those. Now you want to cut off a nice length of wire, maybe 21, 22 inches, depending on how much wire wrapping you are going to do. Now I think this one is this piece right here, because I don't have a ruler in the front of me. I think this is about 21 inches. So I'm going to go with that, okay? So the very first thing you want to do is you're going to take your round nose pliers and you're going to come down at least about 2 inches on your wire. So come down about 2 inches on your wire. It's about right there, right? Yeah. Come down about 2 inches and you're going to make a loop. All right, you make your loop and then you go in and you give it a little indentation and then you start wrapping your wire around this part of your wire. So you're gonna wrap it just like this because you want your nose to be long. So my suggestion to you is that if you decide to do this, make sure your nose is long. Now this is going to be my nose. All right, you want it to be at least about 1/2 of an inch. That's pretty close to it. All right. So now I'm gonna take my wire cutters and snip that off. That just flew across the room, y'all. My flat nose pliers, and I'm gonna go in and squeeze that part in. Now this is the same technique that I showed y'all that I did on the sea glass. Same kind of technique. Believe it or not, sea glass is so much easier to wire wrap than these. Why? Because this surface is a smooth surface, and the sea glass, honestly, y'all, is not polished. So it doesn't have a smooth surface. But these have a really smooth surface. So it does make it a little challenging to wire wrap. But I think I'm going to go with this piece right here. I'm thinking now, should I go with this piece? I think I'm gonna go with this piece. All right. So basically what I do is I take my wire and I go to the back. And when I go to the back, I bring that nose up all the way up. Okay, so that's going to literally be just like this. So it should be up at the top of your stone. What I'm going to do next, now you want to have both of your hands moving at the same time. Do not worry about whether or not if this moves to the side, because you can fix that towards the end. What you are trying to do is encase this in the wire, all right? So your goal is to wire wrap it so that it will not fall out or come out. Now my holes are down the bottom, all right? So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna place it like this. I'm going to come to the side and push it up like that. Okay. And then I'm going to come over like that. Now I'm going to do my first wrap. I'm going to go around like this. Okay, that's my first wrap. And then I'm going to come back down. Okay, now it is going to move until you actually really get it in there. This is the back part. As I am wrapping, I am always applying pressure to my wire. So now I'm going to come back over this way. Okay. All right. And come back over this way. Now, if it has some grooves like this have grooves. That's going to make it even better. Now I'm going to come back here. And now I'm going to go over here to the side. Okay. Go up here a little bit. Okay. Come back here. Now you see, now I'm just wrapping it, y'all, because it's in there. See, it's in there now. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to come over here and come up. Now when I get here, as you can see, okay, I still have a whole lot wire left. So I'm going to come, this time I'm going to come here, push it down. Now I don't have to do too much of anything because it's in there now. I'm going to come back here. All right, that's the back. And now what I'm going to do is come over and then go back up again. And I'm going to push it down. And then I'm going to come here and start wrapping that piece around. Now what I am doing here is I'm wrapping it and I am securing it. This isn't coming out at all, y'all. This is permanent. All right, so this is what it looks like at first. So I'm going to keep wrapping. Now, every time you do this, the stone, your stones will never be the same size. So that look or design that you want, that you do for your first piece, is not going to look like the second piece. And you have to remember that. So I'm just going to snip this right here. Okay. I'm going to take my pliers and squeeze that in. Okay, squeeze that in, and then I can turn it around or turn it to the side. Now, what I want to do next, since I have that in there, I am going to take my round nose pliers, and you can go, you don't have to do this to every single one of these wires, but then you want to go and just take and give it a little pinch. This is going to hold everything in place. Okay. And then you can decide on whether or not if you want this to be your front piece or that other part to be your front piece. It's completely up to you, but you go in and you give it a little indentation. And this is going to permanently keep everything in. It's not going to come out. You don't have to worry about it falling out because it's not going to do that either. But this is what really gives the piece its personality. Now, you do have to be careful when you're doing this sometimes, because what you don't want is to damage your piece while you're doing this. You don't want to scrape it. All right, so when you do this, you want to just be very careful, very gentle, and you will get the design that you want. So, okay, let me go back this way. All right, and I think that's it, y'all. So now you can choose which side you want to be the front or the back. Okay. And this is pretty much it for this one. And you don't have to worry about the holes down the bottom because you've made this, you've wire wrapped this so that you can put your cord through, your jump ring through. If you want to add this onto a bracelet, you can with a jump ring. These are endless. Once you start making and creating these, you will not be able to stop. Okay, this is just another way that I use these. I always make my own, and this is never, ever coming out. I've wire wrapped it so that it won't. So I want to do one more piece, okay? For those of you who stick around, thank y'all so much for still being here. And I'm going to do like 2 inches, because the one thing you have to remember when you start doing this is you have to make sure that the nose, you have a long nose. If you don't have a long nose, it may not come out you want it to. And I'm only speaking this from my own experience, okay? So this right here, I'm showing y'all how to do this. I've already worked everything out for y'all. All you got to do is watch the video and you will have everything you need in order to wire wrap these stones. And it doesn't matter, like I said, each and every one of these are different. You just have to get familiar with it. Once you get familiar with the technique and you start doing it often, it won't be a problem because you'll be able to do these in your sleep. The one thing that I do love though, y'all, is that I really love wire wrapping. This is definitely one of my passions. This is a really big piece. I'm gonna go with this smaller piece right here. Now the holes for this small piece is right up here. Now what I'm going to do is I gotta keep everything. I gotta keep everything like this. It's gonna be this way. I'm going to be turning it this way. So I got to try to keep this piece in the middle of this little small piece. So you just want to eye and look at every nook and cranny on your bead. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the side just a little bit. Let me see. I'm going to come over to the side and pinch it up. And I still got to keep this in the middle. Okay. All right, so here we go, y'all. Got my hand here. It's moving. Okay, got that. I still got this where I need it to be, as long as it's there. And it is moving. Okay, but you see what I'm doing? I'm just going up. I'm wrapping it right on up. Keeping this, holding this in place and wrapping it up. Hold it in place and just keep wrapping. Keep wrapping. All right. Keep wrapping it. I got it right where I want it to be. And I'm wrapping it. Okay. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come. Let me see. Wait a minute. I'm gonna wrap it around like this. Just wrap it around. And then I'm going to come all the way down. See that? Let me show you. I'm going to come all the way down. And I'm going to come over right here. Trying to keep that on the end. And I'm going to push that down. And I'm going to come back here and wrap it. And wrap it again. Push it up. See? And now, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to make some wraps like this. And then I'm going to come back up here and wrap it just like this to finish it. Just like that. And guess what, y'all? This isn't going anywhere. Squeeze that in. And I'm going to straighten this up. Okay. Now the wire I'm using is 20 gauge wire. Now y'all saw what I did, right? So check this out. I'm going to now take and go in and squeeze each one of these pieces in. This piece right here. that was important. All right. I'm going to do this just a tad bit. I'm going to come here and do that. Come back here and do that. You don't have, like I said, you don't have to do each one of these if you don't want to. It's completely up to you, but it is securing my wire. Okay, to keep it from moving or to keep anything from coming loose. Okay, that's not coming out at all, y'all. Okay. So here we have it. It is officially in there. It will not come out at all. Let's get this piece right here, but that's tight already, but let's just take and see if we can. Yeah, that's so tight I can't really get it again, but so here you have it. So all 3 pieces, they have their own little wire wrap design, and as you can see, okay, and if you don't want to use the little holes no more, you don't have to, because this is a better way to me to use these stones. And like I said, you can add them to necklaces. You can make necklaces out of this if you want to. You can turn this to the side if you choose to, just like this. Turn it to the side. You can add your jump ring. You can add your leather cord. You can add your rope, whatever your little heart desires. But this is another amazing wire wrap technique that will take you a long way, especially when you're dealing with these type of stones that are glazed and shiny and smooth, okay? So with that being said, I want to take this time to say thank y'all so very much. Please make sure you like, please make sure you comment, and please make sure you share this video out. And if you are not a subscriber to this platform, please subscribe. Until my next upload, peace and blessings, everyone. See ya.